Hello, ma'am. I can't able to share my screen. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Yes,
I can't able to share my screen. I don't know what's happening.
I'm
Okay, fine.
now share.
Yes. Hello, students. Hello, ma'am. Can you able to hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'll start. Good morning, students. Now, today, let us take fast review of the last lecture. We are going to continue with the quadratic equations only. In the last lecture, we have started application of quadratic equation. Now, what is the exact application of the quadratic equation? Quadratic equations are useful in daily life for finding solutions of some practical problems. If there are some practical problems, definitely quadratic equations are useful for us. So let us learn more about this application of the quadratic equation. Okay, we have seen this example also, this also. And yes, we have completed this also. Okay, let us start with this. Actually, we have completed this also. Okay, let us start with this example. Vivek is older than Kishore by 5 years. The sum of the reciprocals of their ages is 1/6. Find their present ages. This question is of 3 marks. Now read this example very carefully. Very simple it is. Vivek is older than Kishore by 5 years. The sum of the reciprocals of their ages is 1/6. Find their present ages. We don't know Vivek age or Kishore age. Okay. So let us first of all assume the Kishore age. Why? Because what is the first line? Vivek is older than Kishore by 5 years. So when we assume Kishore's age, then only we can write Vivek's age. Right? So let us first of all assume, let the present age of the Kishore be X years. Right? So what will be the Kishore? Vivek's age. Therefore, present age of the Vivek is equal to X plus 5. Because why? What is the condition given over here? Vivek is older than Kishore by 5 years. Means Vivek is elder to Kishore by 5 years. Right? So you will write present age of the Vivek is equal to X plus 5 years. Okay, now read the next line very carefully. The sum of the reciprocals of their ages is 1/6. So first of all, let us write what is the reciprocal of the age of the Kishore. Yes, 1/1/x. Reciprocal of Kishore's present age is 1/x. Similarly, reciprocal of Vivek's present age also 1/x plus 5. Okay. Now condition given over here is the sum of the reciprocals. Sum of their reciprocals of their ages is 1/6. So according to this condition, you should write the equation as 1/x 1 upon x. 1 upon x is the reciprocal of whose age? Kishore's age. Plus 1 upon x plus 5. 1 upon x plus 5 is whose age? Reciprocal of whose age? Vivek's present age. Right? So this sum, reciprocal of the sum of reciprocals of their ages is nothing but a 1 upon 6. So you will write this equation in this form. This condition you will write in this form. Okay, 1 upon x plus 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. Let us further simplify this in the next slide. Okay, what we have done, see, if you see here, the denominator, this is the numerator, right? Denominator is different here, x and x plus 5. Okay, so we can't add. When denominator is equal, then only we can add. So let us first of all equalize this denominator by cross multiplication, right? So what we have done, see, look here. Here we will multiply by x plus 5. And here we will multiply with x. Okay, so what will be the denominator? X into x plus 5. Okay, so let us write that. When we cross multiply, we will get this step, x plus 5 plus x upon x into x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. See what we have done here. We have multiplied here with x plus 5. Here multiplied here with x. Means what we are getting? We are getting denominator as x into x plus 5. Yes, this side we are getting x plus 5 plus, when you multiply x with this one, what will getting x. Okay, so this is how, and this side will remain same, it is equal to 1 upon 6. So how will you get in the next step? 2x plus 5 divided by x into x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6, right, students? Okay, so this is how you will get this step, x plus 5 plus x upon x into x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. Further simplification, you will get 2x into x plus x, 2x, okay, plus 5 divided by x into x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. Now when you cross multiply, what will you get? 6 into 2x plus 5 is equal to x into x plus 5. Let us further simplify. 6 into 2x plus 5 becoming 6 into 12. 6 into 2, 12, that is 12x plus 6, 5 are 30. So you will get 12x plus 30. And when you simplify this, you will get x into x, x square, right? And x into 5 plus 5x, right? So now what will be the next step? Just see this, you x square plus 5x. Now you are bringing this 12x to the other side. Why? Because we want positive sign of the x square. So we have kept this as it is, x square plus 5x, and we have shifted this 12x to the other side. So it will become minus 12x. Similarly, we have shifted this 30 also to the other side, it will become minus. So this is how you will get this equation, x square plus 5x minus 12x minus 30 is equal to 0, right? Now, when you further simplify, you will get this. See, look here, what we are getting. X square, see, when you subtract this, you can see clearly here, opposite sign, right? Plus, minus. So, you have to subtract here. Okay, 12 minus 5 becoming 7. Okay, what is bigger digit sign? Minus, right? So, what will come? Minus 7x minus 30 is equal to 0, right? Now, let us see in the next slide. Okay, so what you are getting here, this step, x square minus 7x minus 30 is equal to 0. Okay, now see, what is the middle term? Minus 7, yes. What is the last term? Minus 30, right? Now, how will you solve this quadratic equation? By two methods. We are not going to use completing square method because this particular method has been omitted for this particular year, right? So we are going to use only two methods. Which two methods? Formula method or factorization method. Okay. Okay, let us use which method here? Factorization method. So let us first of all take last term. What is the last term here? Minus 30. Okay. Now, when you take minus 30, you have to find out the factors of this last term in such a way that when you add these factors, you should get middle term. Yes. And when you multiply these factors, you should get last term. Okay. So in this way, I have found out the factors of minus 30 as minus 10 and 3. So when you add minus 10 plus 3, what you are getting? Minus 7. Yes, minus 7 I am getting, and that is nothing but the middle term. Okay, that I want. And when I multiply this factors, minus 10 into 3, what I am getting? Minus 30. That is a last term. Means both the conditions I am fulfilling with these two factors, right? Yes, I am getting middle term also and I am getting last term also. So I can use these factors, right? So let us use these factors. Yes, I'm using now these factors, minus 10 and 3. Okay, now I will rearrange by using these factors. Now I will rearrange this quadratic equation by using these factors. Let us rearrange. Yes. X square minus. Which factors I'm using? Minus 10 and plus 3. Right? So I'm writing this x square minus 10x plus 3x minus 30 is equal to 0. Right? Now what will be my next step? I will find out the common. Yes, what is common here? X is common here. Okay, x into x minus 10. Now what is common over here? 3 is common. 3 tens are 30, right? So I'm taking out 3 as a common. So what I'm getting here? X minus 10. When I'm taking out 3 as a common, I'm getting, when I'm taking out 3 as a common, what I'm getting? 3 into x minus 10. Now again, you can clearly see here, x minus 10 and x minus 10 is a common here. Again, you are taking out this as a common, x minus 10, right? So what is remaining behind? Yes, what is remaining behind? X and plus 3. So x minus 10 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now you know the property. Which property? If product of two numbers is 0. If product of two numbers is a 0, then at least one of them is 0. Yes, you know this property. If product of two numbers is 0, then at least one of them is 0. So you can take either x minus 10 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? So what will be our next step? Yes, when you shape this minus 10 to the other side, what will you get? X is equal to 10, right? And when you shift this plus 3 to the other side, what you are going to get? X is equal to minus, right? But what we are supposed to find out? H. H cannot be negative. So it is unacceptable value. This negative value is unacceptable, right? So which value we are going to take? We are going to take x is equal to 10 because we are finding out h, and h cannot be negative, right? So we are assuming, or we are taking h as a x is equal to 10, right? Now once you find x is equal to 10, find out what is x plus 5. X plus 5 is equal to 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. Means in this way you will get present ages of Kishore and Vivek. Okay, so Kishore age is what? X is equal to 10, that is a 10 years. And what is a Vivek age? X plus 5, that is 15 years. So last line is a must. Present ages of Kishore and Vivek are 10 years and 15 years respectively. This last line carries our marks. So this last line is a must. I think student, you must have understood this. Let us go to the next slide. Okay. Suyesh scored 10 marks more in the second test than that in the first. 5 times the score of the second test is the same as the square of the score in the first test. Find his score in the first test. Students, this sum also very simple sum. Yes, only you have to read very carefully. This sum also carries 3 marks in the board exam. Okay, let us read again this sum. Suyesh scored 10 marks more in the second test. So if you want to know the marks in the second test, first of all, you should know the marks score in the first test, right? So first of all, let us assume what is the score in the first test, right? Then only you will come to know what will be your score, what will be the Swiss score in the second test. And then if you read the second line, you will get what is the exact condition of this sum. Okay, accordingly you can find out, or you can write the quadratic equation. And when you use this quadratic equation by any method for solution, formula method or completing square method or factorization method, you can find out the solution of this quadratic equation, and that is nothing but the what is the score in the first test and the second test. Okay, let us first of all concentrate on the first line. Suresh scored 10 marks more in the second test than that in the first. Okay, so let us first of all assume, let the score of the Suresh in the first test be X. First of all, we need to know the score in the first test. Then only we can able to write score in the second test, right? So let the score of the Suresh in the first test be X. Okay, so what will be Suresh scored in the second test? X plus 10. Why? Suresh scored 10 marks more in the second test than in the first test. If the score in the first is X, obviously the score in the second will be X plus 10. Right? Now let us concentrate on the next line. 5 times the score of the second test. What is the score of the second test? X plus 10. What is the 5 times of the score of the second test? 5 into X plus 10. Right? Now read this line very carefully. 5 times the score of the second test is same. Is same means equal to. Same as the score. Same as the square of the score in the first test. What is the score in the first test? X. What is its square? X square. And what is the condition given over here? 5 times score in the second test is equal to or same as that of the square of the score in the first test. Yes. So this is how you will get this equation. Yes, you will get this equation. What is the condition given over here? 5 times the score of the second test. 5 times the score of the second test is same. Same means equal. Equal as square. Square of score in the first test. I think you must have understood this equation, how this equation is found. Okay. Now, what is our next step? You have to simplify. Okay, let us simplify this. 5 into x plus 10 is equal to x square. So let us multiply this 5 with the x plus 10. When you multiply, what you are getting? 5 into x, 5x plus 5 into 10, 50 is equal to x square. Okay, now let us simplify in further slides. What you are getting? 5x 5x plus 50 is equal to x square. Okay, now what we want standard form of the quadratic equation. So you have to arrange in which form? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So let us rearrange in that way. Okay, so you want for x square plus sign, right? So let us keep x square to that side only. Only you are going to shift this 5x and 50 to the other side. When you are shifting this 5x and 50 to the other side, what you are getting? X square minus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0, right? Now, what will be your next step? You have to solve this quadratic equation by any method, by formula method or by completing square method or by factorization method, right? Now, first of all, concentrate on what middle term. What is the middle term? Minus 5. What is the last term? Minus 50. So let us take last term, that is minus 50, and find out the factors of minus 50 in a such a way that when you find out these factors, the sum of these factors should be middle term. Okay. And when you multiply these factors, okay, product should be last term. So which factors I have taken? I have taken minus 10 and plus 5. So when I'm adding this, factors, minus 10 plus 5, what I'm getting? I'm getting minus 5. Okay, I'm getting minus 5, and that is nothing but middle term. Yes, when I'm adding these factors together, what I'm getting? Middle term. Okay, and when I'm multiplying these factors, what I'm getting? I'm getting this last term, right? Means I can take these factors for further simplification, right? These are the perfect factors because I'm getting middle factor, so I'm getting last middle term also, and I'm getting last term also. So I can use these factors for rearrange. Okay, so let us take this factor for further simplification. Okay, so after when I'm taking these factors, how I'll use this factor? See, x square minus 10x plus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. Okay, now what will be our next step? What I'm taking now? I'm taking out x as a common. Yes, when I'm taking x as a common, what is the further remaining part? X minus 10. Okay, what is the common here? 5. 5 tens are 50. Okay, I'm taking out 5 as a common. So what I'm getting? 5 into x minus 10. 10 5s are 50. So this is how what I got. 5 into x minus 10. Okay, is equal to 0. Now, again, if you see, x minus 10 and x minus 10 is a common. So again, I'm taking out x minus 10 as a common. What is remaining? X plus 5. So I'm taking this as it is. X plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is how I'll get this equation. X minus 10 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now you know the property. Which property? If the product of two numbers is a 0, then at least one of them is 0. Okay, when you use this property, what will be our next step? You will write either x minus 10 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. Right, now further simplification, what will you get? When minus 10 shift to the other side, what will you are going to get? You will get x is equal to 10. Yes, and when you shift this plus 5 to the other side, you will get x is equal to minus 5, right? But what we are finding out? We are finding out score in the test. Score cannot be negative. So this minus 5 is unacceptable value, invalid value. So which value we are going to take? We are going to take x is equal to 10. What we are going to take? X is equal to 10. Okay. And what is x is equal to 10? X is equal to 10 is nothing but the score in the first stage. And what has been asked? They have asked score in the first stage itself. So last line, what will be your last line? The score of the Suresh in the first stage is a 10. Understood, students? Yes. In such a particular sums, you need to read these sums very carefully. Okay, everything is given in the sum itself. You have to first of all consider some variable, then you have to read carefully and what is exact condition given over here. According to that condition, you have to write the equation. Okay, you have according to that statement in the equation. Okay, according to the statement given in the equation, or according to that condition, you have to form the equation, okay, in a simpler form. That is, which is a simpler form? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, once you get the standard form, you can solve this quadratic equation by any convenient methods, okay, and find out the solution of the equation. Once you find out the solution of that quadratic equation, and that is nothing but the what you exactly want in that particular sum. Okay. Okay. So let us move to the next slide. Okay. Now we are reading sum number 6. Mr. Kasam runs a small business of making earthen pots. He makes certain number of pots on daily basis. Production cost of each pot is rupees 40 more than 10 times total number of pots he makes in one day. If production cost of all pots per day is a 600 rupees, find production cost of one pot and number of pots he makes per day. This particular question is of 4 marks. Okay, this generally asks in question number 4 or 5. Yes, logical question. Okay, based on your logic, you have to analyze this sum very carefully. Very simple sum it is. Mr. Kasam runs a small business of making earthen pots. So, which business Mr. Kasam actually runs? Of making earthen pots. He makes certain number of pots on daily basis. We don't know how many number of pots he's making daily basis. Okay. Now, production cost of each pot is rupees 40 more than 10 times total number of pots he makes one day. So, how will you find out the production cost of each pot? For that, we need to know total number of pots he makes in one day. Okay, once you know total number of pots he makes in one day, we can write what is the production cost of each pot. What is condition given over here? Production cost of each pot is rupees 40 more than 10 times the total number of pots he makes in one day. So if we assume total number of pots he makes in one day is X, okay, then we can find out production cost of each pot. What will be the production cost of each pot then? 10 times total number of pots. If total number of pots are X, what will be its 10 times 10X? Okay, 10 times of total number of pots means 10X plus rupees 40 more, and that will be the production cost, right? So you will get one condition over here. What will be the next condition given over here? The production cost of all the pots per day is rupees 600. Okay. Now what is given over here? Production cost of all the pots. In the first line, here what we have found out? Production cost of one pot only. Okay, production of, in this line, what we have found out? Production cost of only one pot. Now in the next line, what is given? Production cost of all the pots. Production cost of all the pots in one day. Okay, now if you know the production cost of one pot, you can easily find out production cost of all pots in one day, right? Yes. So what is necessary in this sum? You should read this sum very carefully. Everything is given in the sum itself. Only you have to read this sum carefully again and again till you are not understanding. Okay. So what is the last line? Find the production cost of one pot and number of pots he makes per day. Yes. What you would actually find out? Production cost of one pot and number of pots he makes per day. Now, what you have to first of all assume? You have to assume number of pots he makes per day. If you assume number of pots he makes per day is X. Production cost of one pot you will get from this condition. Yes. Yes, production cost of one pot will be 10 times total number of pots plus 40 rupees more, means X 10. Okay, 10X plus 40. That will be the production cost of one pot. Okay, so let us move to the next slide. Okay, what we are going to assume, first of all, Mr. Kasam make X number of pots on daily basis. Now, just now we have seen second line that production cost depend upon the total number of pots he makes per day or on the daily basis, right? What will be the production cost of per pot? Rupees 40 more than 10 times the total number of pots. Total number of pots are X. Its 10 time will be 10X and 40 rupees more. See, X will be the total number of pots he makes daily basis. 10 times is 10X plus 40 rupees 10, and that will be the production cost of each pot, right? So you will get production cost of each pot is 10X plus 40. Okay, now what will be the next condition given over here? Production cost of all pots. Production cost of all pots per day is a 600. We know the production cost of each pot. Okay, but what is given in this condition? Production cost of all pots per day is a 600. Okay, we know the production cost of each pot and we know number of pots he makes every day. How many pots he makes every day? X. What is the cost of per pot? 10X plus 40, right? So you will get total number of pots he is making every day. Okay, you know total number of pots he is making every day. You know cost of each pot. Okay, so you will know cost of all pots he makes on daily basis, and that is nothing but the 600. See students, try to understand this sum. How many total number of pots are there? X is makes daily basis. What is the cost of each pot? 10X plus 40. Okay, so what will be the total cost of all pots he makes every day? X into 10X plus 40. Okay, and what will be that total cost? That will be nothing but the 600. So this is how you will get the second condition according to this line. Okay, production cost of all pots per day is equal to 600. Means here you have got this simpler form. Okay, now let us solve this equation. By further simplification, you will get this X into 10X plus 40 is equal to X into 10X, 10X square plus X into 40, 40 into X, 40X is equal to 600. Okay, now further simplification, what you are getting? 10X square plus 40X minus 600 is equal to 0. 600 when coming to this side become negative, right? Now let us move to the next slide. 10X square plus 40X minus 600 is equal to 0. Now you can see here 10 is common everywhere. 10 is common everywhere. So just divide both the sides of equation by 10. When you divide both the sides of the equation by 10, what you are getting? X square plus 40 divided by 10, 4. minus 600 divided by 10. What will you get? 60, right? See what I'm doing. Ten divided by 10. Okay, x square. This is how here what you are getting. X square. This x square, right? Plus 40x divided by 10. What will you get? 4x. Yes, 4x. Now what is there? Minus 600. Minus 600 divided by 10. So what you are getting? 60. That you are writing here. Right? In this way, you should divide both the sides equation by 10. Right? So what will you get? This equation you will get x square plus 4x minus 60 is equal to 0. So you will get x square. Now what is your duty? Yes, you have to further simplify this quadratic equation by finding out solution of this quadratic equation by either factorization method or by completing square method or formula method. Here I am using factorization method. Okay, so in the factorization method you need to know which is the middle term and what is the last term. Okay, what is the middle term? Plus 4. What is the last term? Minus 60. So find out the factors of the last term in a such a way that the factors which you are getting, when you are adding these factors, you are getting middle term, and when you are multiplying these factors, the product of these factors should be last term. Okay, so this is how I had taken these factors, that is 10 and 6, 10 and minus 6. So when I am taking this 10 and 6, 10 and minus 6, plus 10 minus 6, plus 4 I am getting, okay? And when I am multiplying 10 into minus 6, I am getting minus 60, right? Okay. See, students, you need to know, I am not taking minus sign for the 10. I am not taking minus sign for 10 here. Why? Because if I take minus sign for the 10 instead of giving minus sign to the 6, what will be a middle term? You will get middle term minus 4. But we want middle term as a plus 4, and that's why I'm not taking minus sign for the 10. Instead, I will take minus sign for the, I will give minus sign to the 6 and I will give plus sign to the 10 so that I'll get middle term as a positive. Okay. And when I multiply these two factors, I will get product as a minus 60. Okay. Now let us take these factors for further simplification. When I will take these factors, what I will get? X square plus 10x minus 6x minus 60 is equal to 0. Now, when you further simplify, what you are getting? See here, x is a common, x into x plus 10 minus, what is common over here? 6. So, what is common? 6 is common here. So, 6 into x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now, if you can get confused over here. Here minus sign is there and how we are getting plus sign. See, look here, what we are doing. We are taking out minus 6 as a common, right? So if you give, what I'm doing here, I'm taking out minus 6 as a common. Okay, so when you multiply this minus 6 with the plus 10, what you are getting? Minus 6 into plus 10 minus 60. Means you are getting minus 60, okay? But still some students are getting confused while doing this step. Okay, what they are writing, no, instead of writing plus 10, they are writing x minus 10. And then in this case, you are not getting your common factor, which you should actually get x plus 10. Yes, so in this case, you don't get confused. What you do, you see what is the first factor over here. Here, what is the first factor? X plus 10. So blindly write here x plus 10. Okay, and then try to adjust. Yes, is it correct? Okay, then you can check whether it is correct or not. You have to multiply and 6. Multiply and check. Minus 6 into x minus 6x. Minus 6 and plus 10 becoming a minus 60. That you are getting here. So your confusion will get clear and you will not able to make any mistake in this way. So just write blindly here. X plus 10 is here. So you should write x plus 10. After writing, then try to check whether it is correct or not. Okay. Now we have corrected this, right? So this is how you will get this. Okay. Now what is the common here? X plus 10. So let us write this x plus 10 as a common. Okay. Now after this, what is the remaining behind? X minus 6 is equal to 0, right? Okay. Now again, what you are getting here? This. Yes, x plus 10 in one bracket and x minus 6 in the another bracket. Now, which property you have to use? Yes, if the product of two numbers is a 0, then at least one of them is a 0. Okay, this property you have to use. When you use this property, what you are getting, either x plus 10 is equal to 0 or x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? So after further simplification, what you are going to get here? Yes, x plus 10 is equal to 0 means what? When 10 will shift to the other side, it become minus. So you will get x is equal to minus 10. Okay. And when you shift this minus 6 to the other side, you will get x is equal to 6. Right. So what we are finding out? Number of pots. Number of pots cannot be negative. Right. Means this is an unacceptable value. Right. This is an unacceptable value. Which unacceptable value? Negative value. Number cannot be in negative. Right. So what we are assuming or what we are taking as a correct value, x is equal to 6, right? So number of pots, we are going to take x is what? Number of pots. And what we are actually finding out? Production cost of each pot. Okay, what are the number of pots? X is equal to 6. What is the production cost of each pot? 10x plus 40. So let us multiply this. 10x means 10 into 6 plus 40. So further simplification, you will get 10 into 6, 60 plus 40, that is 100. So production cost of each pot is 100, right? So when you simplify this, you will get production cost of each pot is 100. So this is how you will get last step. And last line is a must. It carries half marks in board exam. So how will you write? The production cost of one pot is ₹100 and the number of pots Mr. Kasam makes per day is 6. Means that is nothing but the x is equal to 6. I think student, you must have understood this. Again, I am telling you again and again, read the sum very carefully. Everything you will find in the sum itself. Yes, everything is given in the sum itself. Only you need to find out what is given in the sum. Okay, let us move to the next slide. Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 kilometers downstream and return to the same spot. The speed of boat in still water is 12 kilometers per hour. Find the speed of water current. This particular question carries 4 marks in board exam. Now, if you see this sum very carefully, it is of what? Time, distance. Okay, it is of and speed. Yes, kilometer and distance. Yes, so it is about the physics. And again, if you read this sum very carefully, you can find out law of gravitation. Yes, Newton's law of gravitation you can apply here to solve this sum. Yes, Newton's. Earth attracts everything towards itself. Law of gravity. Do you know? Yes. Okay. So let us apply this. First of all, read this sum very carefully. Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 kilometers downstream and return to the same spot. The speed of the boat in still water is 12 kilometers per hour. Find the speed of water current. See, what you have to find out? Speed of the water current. Okay, so first of all, you need to assume speed of the water current is x kilometer per hour. See here, units use r in hours and kilometer. So you will assume the speed in kilometer per hour only, because unit should be uniform everywhere. You can't use units different. You can't use units different here. Okay, somewhere you can't use minutes, somewhere you can't use second. Everywhere, if you are keeping units, are everywhere you should keep uniform only. Okay, so which unit we are using for the time? Hours, and for the distance we are using kilometer, right? This is clear. Okay, now first line, concentrate on the first line. Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 kilometers downstream and return to the same spot. Okay, so here which distance we are going to consider? Downstream and upstream. Okay, so look here, distance is going to remain same only. Which distance? 36 kilometers. Which distance? 36 kilometers. Downstream 36 kilometers, and while returning to the upstream, which distance? 36 kilometers. Means distance is going to remain same only. And how much time Pratik takes? Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 kilometers downstream and return to the same spot. Means total for coming and down. Okay, for going down and again coming back to the up, it will take how much time? 8 hours. Total for downstream and for upstream, total how much time Pratik takes? 8 hours, right? Okay, now concentrate on the next line. The speed of the boat in still water is 12 kilometers per hour. Now, what is the speed of the boat in still water? Still water means steady water. It is not a running water. It is a still water. What is the speed of the boat in still water? Yes, 12 kilometers per hour, right? Okay, now what we have to find out? Speed of the water current. Okay, now let us concentrate on what you have to find out in this speed of the water current. Okay, now let us assume the speed of the water current be x kilometer per hour. Now, if you concentrate on this line, what has been given? The speed of the speed of the boat in still water is 12 kilometers per hour. So let us first of all write what is given in the sum. Speed of the boat is 12 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now, what is your next duty? You have to apply Newton's law of gravity. See, Earth attracts everything towards itself. Yes. So whenever any object comes down, what is happening? Gravity. Because of the gravity, the speed of the object increases. Yes. So whenever, for example, I'm giving you an example of the ball. When you're throwing up, okay, it is going against the gravity. So obviously the speed of the ball will decrease, right? But when it will come down because of the effect of the gravity, the speed of the ball will increase. The same case or same law we have to apply here. Okay, while coming down in a downstream, the speed of the boat will increase, right? But while in upstream, when this boat will going against, okay, in upstream against of the water stream, obviously it is going on against of the gravity, so speed of the boat will decrease while going up. Are you understanding, students? Here we need to apply the law of gravity. Okay, Earth attracts everything towards itself, so obviously in downstream, while going down, the speed of the boat will increase. But when going in upstream, since it is going against of the gravity, the speed of the boat will decrease. I think, student, you must have understood what is given over here. The speed of the boat in still water is 12 kilometers, right? So in a downstream, Okay, downstream speed of the boat will increase. So its speed of the boat will be 12 plus x. Okay, speed of the water current is x kilometer. Speed of the boat is 12 kilometer per hour. So when in downstream, it will add 12 plus x. The speed of the boat will be 12 plus x because it is going to increase. Okay, and what will be the speed of the boat in upstream? It will decrease. Let us see in the next slide. See, speed of the boat is more than water current while it is going down, means in downstream. Okay, now in this, so that's why we are written x is lesser than 12. What is x? X is the speed of the water current. What is a 12? 12 is the speed of the boat. Okay, so in a downstream speed of the boat is more than water current because it is coming down. Speed of the boat will increase since it is coming towards the effect of the gravity. It is coming by the effect of the gravity. So the speed of the boat will increase, and that's why the 12 will be more than or greater than x. Okay, so what will you write? The speed of the boat in upstream. Upstream, obviously the speed of the boat will decrease. So you will write 12 minus x. What is a 12? 12 is a speed of the boat. And what is the x? Speed of the water current. While going up, the speed of the boat will decrease, and that's why we are subtracting x from 12. 12 is the speed of the boat. Okay, and x is the speed of the water current. While going up, the speed of the boat will decrease, and that's why you are subtracting the speed of the water current from the speed of the boat while going up. And while coming up, the speed of the boat will, while coming down, speed of the boat will increase, and that's why you are adding x, that is a speed of the water current in the speed of the boat. Understood, student? I think you must have understood. Again, you need to read this sum again and again, then only you will more clearly understand this. Okay, now which other formula we are going to use here? Time is equal to distance upon speed. Okay, time is the time gap is going over here. Distance is kept over constant. Which distance? 36 kilometer. Okay, while going up and while coming down, the distance is remain going to same only. That is 36 kilometer. Yes, understood. Only speed is going to vary. Okay, while coming down, speed will increase, and while coming up, the speed will decrease. Yes, but total distance going to remain same only. Okay, now let us see, use this formula to find out time for the upstream and to find out time for the downstream. Okay, time required to cover 36 kilometer upstream. What we are writing, which formula you are using? 36. See, distance is going to remain same, that is 36. What is the speed in upstream? What is the speed in upstream? 12 minus x. So this is how we got time in the upstream as 36 upon 12 minus x hours, right? Now let us find out time required to cover distance. 36 kilometer is constant, but where we are finding out for the downstream, right? Downstream, again we are using which formula? Time is equal to distance upon speed. Distance is going to remain same, that is 36, right? But speed which is speed 12 plus x. So this is how you will get time in upstream and downstream. Now you are having time for the upstream also, downstream also, right? But what is the condition given? Total time to go up and down, means total time to go upstream and downstream is a what? 8 hours. Okay, so what will be going to write in the next slide? Time required to cover upstream plus time required to cover downstream is equal to total timing. What is the total timing given here? 8 hours. If you read first line of the sum, you will clearly understand total time required to cover the upstream and downstream is 8 hours. So let us add this time for the downstream and upstream, okay, in the next slide. Okay. So according to the given condition, time taken by the Pratik to go and return the same spot is 8 hours. right? So let us add this as a 8. Okay, when you simplify this, you will get quadratic equation. Okay, very simply it is. See, look here, the denominator is different here. So first of all, you need to equalize this. So let us solve, further simplify this. See, look here. Here you can see 36 is a common. Okay. So we have taken out 36 as a common in this step. Okay. Now, what is the next step? We have to equalize the denominator. Okay. So equalize means you have to multiply. Okay. Now, first of all, you shift this 36 to the other side. Okay. So it become 8 upon 36. Here it is up. So when it will go to the other side, it will come down. Right. Now, let us equalize this denominator. So what will be our denominator? 12x into 12 plus x. Okay, just cross multiply here. 12 plus x will come here and 12 minus x will go here. So this is how you will get numerator as 12 plus x plus in the another bracket 12 minus x, right? Divided by 12 minus x into 12 plus x. Okay, when you do this, 8 divided by 36, what you are going to get? Yes, 2 nines are 2 divided by 9, right? Okay, now let us concentrate on the next line. Okay, here you can use this formula, a plus b into a minus b. You have to use this formula. So what will you get? This a square minus b square. Okay, here a is a 12 and b is a x. So this is how, what is a square? A square is a 12, that is a 12 square, that is 144 minus b square. B is a x, so minus x square. Okay, when you simplify this to the numerator, you will get 12 plus 12. What? 12 plus 12, 24, and this x will get cancelled. So this is how you will get 24 divided by 144 minus x square is equal to 2 upon 9, right? Okay, now when you further simplify, see, look here, you have to cross multiply here. 24 into x is equal to 2 into, in bracket, 144 minus x square. When you further simplify, you will get this 24 into 9, 216 is equal to 2 into 144, that is nothing but 288 minus 2x square. Okay, let us find out this by further simplification. When you shift minus 2x square to the other side, you will get 2x square is equal to 288 minus 216. 216, when you are shifting to the other side, it becomes minus, right? So you will get this 2x square is equal to 72. See, 288 minus 216 becoming 72. So when 2 will go to the other side, you will get 36. 36 2s are 72. But you are getting value as a plus minus because you are finding out what? Square root of the 36. So when you are finding out square root, we are getting either plus or minus value. Again, you are not going to take negative value. Negative value is an unacceptable value. Why? Because we are finding out speed, and speed cannot be negative, right? So let us take x as a positive. Let us take speed as a positive. Okay, and x is nothing but what? Speed of the water current. Okay, so what we have found out? Speed of the water current. Okay, so last line will be the speed of the water current is a 6 kilometer per hour. I think, student, this sum is a very simple sum. Only you have to read this sum very carefully. You have to see which formulas are given about speed, distance, time. You have to see the units. You have to apply the law of gravity. You have to see what is the speed in downstream, what is the speed in the upstream, which distance is given, and what is going to remain same. Everything you have to read very carefully. You have to apply some physics laws here, and you have to solve this sum. I think you must have understood, students. Thank you, students. Hello. Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, time is over. Can I leave?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.